My eggnog dump cake recipe is easy and delicious. Made with a base of just 3 ingredients, this is the perfect old-fashioned dessert for Christmas. Let's go over the ingredients. For a 9x13 baking dish, you will need
1 quart of eggnog or 4 cups,
1 15.25 ounce box of white cake mix, and 2 sticks of butter. I'm using unsalted. Like I said, you just need those 3 base ingredients, but if you want to take your dessert to the next level, I recommend adding 1 3.4 ounce box of instant French vanilla pudding or just regular vanilla,
a total of 1 teaspoon of cinnamon and 1 teaspoon of nutmeg, half of which will go in the cake and half on top,
1 teaspoon of vanilla extract and 1 teaspoon of rum extract or just 2 teaspoons of vanilla, an eighth of a teaspoon of salt. This recipe, like I said, is super simple. As the name suggests, all we have to do is dump the ingredients in and then bake. But before I do, I'm going to put my butter back into the refrigerator. You'll see why in a minute. As the name suggests, the first step in this recipe is simply dumping the eggnog into the 9x13 baking dish. So as you can see, it's already buttered, so I'm literally just going to pour it in.
Like I said, 1 quart of prepared eggnog, which is 4 cups, 32 ounces, or 945 grams.
Like I said, these next few ingredients are totally optional, but I highly recommend them. I'm going to start off with some vanilla and rum extract. These flavors are really common in eggnog, so they're going to help enhance the flavor.
And like I said, I have a total of 2 teaspoons of spices, 1 of cinnamon, and 1 of nutmeg, but I'm only going to add half of that now. So half a teaspoon of cinnamon and half a teaspoon of nutmeg to the custard layer of the dump cake, and then the rest, the other half teaspoon each, I will sprinkle on top at the end.
I'm going to mix in the spices and extracts just so that everything's a little more even. Now I'm going to add the 3.4 ounce box of instant French vanilla pudding. I'm going with French vanilla pudding because it has more of a custardy flavor than just regular vanilla pudding. But if all you can find is regular vanilla pudding, that is totally fine. So just sprinkle it on top as best you can, as evenly as possible. Honestly, I don't think it really matters when you add it, but I'm going to go ahead and add the pinch of salt now. I know you might think it's kind of weird adding salt to a cake, but there's so many sweet things in this. I think a little bit of salt is going to help balance out the flavors. Now that the bottom layer is done, it's time for the cake mix. So I have my 2.5 ounce box of cake mix here, and I'm literally just going to shake it over the top as evenly as possible. Like I said, I'm using a white cake mix, but I think a yellow cake mix with the eggy mix would do well in this recipe because eggnog has eggs in it. I definitely would not use chocolate, something like that in this, because I think it would cover up the eggnog flavor. But if you really love chocolate and you want to make a chocolate eggnog cake, then let me know how it turns out in the comment section below. And honestly, I shouldn't say I would not use a chocolate dump cake or a chocolate cake mix. I think it depends on what you want. If you want a classic eggnog dump cake and the classic eggnog flavor, then I would not. But if you want to make something creative, then go right on ahead. Now I'm going to take my fork and I'm going to spread out the cake mix as evenly as possible and break up any clumps or lumps along the way. Now notice I'm not digging into the cake and mixing the liquid into the dry cake mix. I'm literally just smoothing out the top. A dump cake you do not want to mix. You literally just want to lay layers on top of one another. When you even it out, you don't have to be perfect. Just do the best you can. This is an easy, forgiving recipe. Now that the cake mix layer is done, I'm preheating my oven to 350 degrees Fahrenheit, and it's time to start adding the butter. This is why I kept the butter in the refrigerator, because it's a lot easier to cut. So I'm going to take my stick of butter, I have a sharp knife, and I'm literally just going to cut it into thin pads, and then I'm going to lay those pads on top of the cake mix. Per tablespoon of butter, I would say you want 4 to 5 slices. And after you cut them, you want to put them close together but not touching. So I would say maybe a couple millimeters apart, like 1/8 of an inch or something like that. And just do this across the top. I honestly would not recommend melting the butter and pouring it across the top, because I think that would make it easy to accidentally pour a lot in one part and not enough in another. So some of it might turn out dry. That's why, even though this is kind of tedious and time consuming, I think it's probably the best way to go about doing this. Maybe you could freeze the butter and grate it, or put it into a food processor and then sprinkle it over the top. But like I said, I think this might be the best way to go about it if you want the butter to be evenly distributed. I just finished laying the butter across the top. As you can see, I went back, and where I felt like the butter was kind of far apart from each other, I just cut off little pieces, or if I thought it was kind of thin, I just put another piece on top. So like I said, you don't have to be perfect. You can go back and fix your mistakes if needed. Now I'm going to put my dump cake into a 350 degree oven uncovered. I'll let you know for how long. I just pulled my eggnog dump cake out of the oven. It was in at 350 degrees Fahrenheit, uncovered, for 1 hour, 60 minutes. It looks and smells fantastic. Like I said, my dump cake just came out of the oven, so now it's time to add the extra sprinkling of spices. So this is the other 1/2 teaspoon of nutmeg and 1/2 teaspoon of cinnamon. While it's still warm, I'm just going to sprinkle it over the top. You could do this before you put your dump cake into the oven, but you run the risk of maybe burning the spices. If you put them under the butter, it's probably not going to be an issue, but just to be on the safe side, I'm going to do it now. And also, when you serve up a fresh cup of eggnog, especially homemade, a lot of the time there's a sprinkling of spices on top. So that's another reason why I'm doing this now. But like I said, I think it would probably be okay if you did this on top of the cake mix directly before you placed on the butter, just to be on the safe side.
Although this dessert had that perfect golden brown color that's common with dump cakes, the extra cinnamon and nutmeg covered that up. If that color is important to you, then I would recommend using a little less spice, maybe 1/8 of a teaspoon each. But honestly, I am more about the flavor, as you know, so I would still go with that amount of spices. I was definitely tempted to dig in right away. This dump cake smelled like Christmas with the nutmeg and the cinnamon, and I could smell that eggy custard as well, but I let it cool down for about an hour before trying it. And when I finally cut into the first slice and took the first bite, I knew that my eggnog dump cake recipe was a big success because it was absolutely delicious. I loved both the flavor and the texture, but let's start by talking about the flavor. I was actually surprised by how much it tasted like eggnog. That custard flavor was a lot stronger than I was expecting, the egginess really being noticeable. I think it came from both using a quart of eggnog and also using French vanilla instant pudding. The cinnamon and nutmeg were strong as well, and they combined perfectly with a custardy bottom and buttery top. The vanilla and rum extracts were there in the background, but not as strong, playing a supporting yet crucial role in the dessert. In addition to the amazing flavor, I also love the texture. The bottom was silky and custardy, while the top was buttery and crumbly, the contrast between the two being one of the best things about this dessert. And in spite of having used 1 quart of eggnog, there was still a good amount of crispy top, something that I wasn't sure was going to happen, but like I said, it worked out. This might sound weird, but this eggnog dump cake reminded me of bread pudding, or at least my bread pudding. If you haven't seen those recipe videos, be sure to check them out. It probably reminded me of my bread pudding because I add a lot of cinnamon and nutmeg, and I put a lot of those spices in this dump cake. If you like that style of bread pudding, then you'll definitely love this dessert as well. I ate this cake both warm and chilled, and honestly I think I might have liked it a little bit more when it was chilled. Maybe that's just because I'm used to drinking cold eggnog, so you might want to try this at different temperatures and see which one you prefer. I'm not sure if you can tell, but this eggnog dump cake far surpassed my expectations. It was absolutely fantastic, and I will be making it again. And if you've been on my channel for a while, you know I usually don't repeat, so that's saying something. My main complaint about this recipe was that although it tasted amazing, it didn't quite have the appearance that I wanted. I was trying to recreate the look of a glass of eggnog, but that didn't happen as much as I would have liked. I think that I added a little too much cinnamon and nutmeg, giving it a slightly dirty flavor. Like I said, it really took the flavor to the next level, and I don't regret adding that amount of spices. But if you want to have it look more like a glass of nutmeg, then I would do maybe 1/8 of a teaspoon of cinnamon and 1/8 of a teaspoon of nutmeg inside the dump cake, and then an extra 1/8 of each spice on top. That'll help emphasize the custard flavor as well, but honestly, like I said, I don't have any regrets about this recipe. Flavor-wise, I would not change a thing. Another thing I wanted to point out is that I'm sure a lot of you watching were thinking, Chef Parnell, a quart of eggnog is way too much. Most recipes online for eggnog dump cake just use 2 cups, but I decided to give a quart a try, and it worked out. So sometimes you just have to trust your gut and go with what you think is best. Like I said, this was amazing. I shared it with the group and everyone loved it, even people who don't normally like eggnog. So if you're looking for a quick and easy recipe for the holidays, Christmas, New Year's, or even Thanksgiving, you definitely have to give this one a try, because if you do, I know you'll be making it for years to come. As always, thanks for watching. See you next time.